Hello everyone and welcome back to The Hobby Musician. Now if you're brand new to the channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button because today we are beginning a little mini series on the channel all about building a guitar straight from a kit. Now I wanted to do this little series about building a guitar from a kit for three main reasons. Now as hobby musicians, there are many factors and limitations that we kind of work with or work around, and sometimes a guitar kit might actually be the best solution for us. So the first thing that you might encounter, the first reason why you should consider a guitar kit is access. As a hobby musician, you might get to the point where you start to consider maybe buying a certain type of guitar or bass or something like that, and you may discover very quickly that the one you want just might be out of your price range. For example, if you're really wanting to try a Paul Reed Smith guitar, but the particular model that you want is multiple thousands of dollars, well, a guitar kit might be a viable option for you. Many companies offer very close kind of mimics to all types of body styles, and that could be a way to achieve or acquire that kind of a guitar for much less money. Now the second reason that you might consider building a guitar from a kit is customizing. If you've been playing for a while, you might start to get to the point where you have preferences where it comes to features on an instrument, maybe like certain types of necks and certain types of pickups. Now, on one hand, it can be kind of easy to purchase an instrument and then make a quick substitution. But if you're like me, you might start getting to the point where you have so many preferences that any one instrument you buy, you might have certain pickups you want, certain tuners, a certain finish style or color. You just might get a list of those things that just isn't accessible. It's just not out there. And buying a kit where it provides you the opportunity to customize any of those parts at any time might be your best bet. Now the third reason that I really recommend musicians kind of consider building a kit has to do with kind of a different aspect. The third reason is building a kit will increase your knowledge of the tool. Okay, as a musician, these instruments that we play, they are our tools. They're what we use to get that music across. And the better of a fundamental understanding that you have, how do these pieces work with each other? I've seen a lot of musicians and worked with a lot of musicians who've been playing for years and just simply don't have any clue on what is going on with this instrument. They can play all the notes and play all the chords, but as soon as something maybe goes wrong or maybe something breaks on their instrument, they're helpless. They're without a clue on maybe things they can do to kind of fix it. So this third reason, building a guitar from a kit can help just get you that fundamental knowledge of what's going on physically speaking with these instruments that we use. So I really recommend that. Now in this episode, the kit that I have, we're gonna do an unboxing and an overview of what I have envisioned for this project. So as I've done with other unboxing videos, don't pay any attention to the duct tape on there. I put that on there just to kind of help cover up shipping information and that kind of stuff. But the kit that I have is a Telecaster kit. So we're going to start getting this off. I'm going to show you the different parts of this, and I'm going to talk you through why I made certain choices. Now, as I start to cut the tape and everything, I want to make it clear, I am not a luthier. Okay, so I don't have a full workshop with routers and drill presses and lathes, and so I am not going to be the kind of person, and there are many great channels on YouTube where people basically go out into the forest, cut down a tree, and start building a guitar like from complete scratch. That's not what this series is going to be about. This series, I have made choices, and the companies that offer guitar kits often have choices where you can ask or request or pay a little fee to have them do some steps for you if you don't have certain tools, and that is exactly what I've done with this. So as I get this top off here, kind of get it out of the way. So, oh, I didn't get the the last piece here. But the kit that I have, as I said before, is a Telecaster kit. So when I come in here, what I requested from the company is I don't have any way of kind of drilling these precise holes. When you mount the bridge and when you get the neck in there, I don't have these kinds of precision drill presses. So one of the options I selected was to have the company do that for me. So as I pull out this body here, it's nicely wrapped and nicely packaged, which is a good thing. You can see here I've got this Telecaster, this nice Telecaster style. Again, unfinished because I have plans for what I'm going to do here, and you can already see they have gone for me. They've cut, they've drilled in the hole for the grounding wire, for the pickups, the bridge mounts, all of the pick guard, the neck holes. All of that's been done for me so that I can focus on color choice and finishing, some decals, installing the pickups, that kind of thing. So that is a really nice thing about being able to select how much of the work do you want to do yourself and how much of the work can you have the company do. So I'm really happy with that body. Now I'm not too particular about the grain, the pattern on the grain here, just because I plan to do a color coat over this. So this is going to get covered up with my color and some decals and things later on. But honestly, this is exactly what I was looking for, this kind of a style. Yeah, so I like the body's great. Now, I also have a preference for maple necks. So this particular kit, I did select the maple neck option. So we can see here, once again, they also drilled the holes that I requested. So they drilled all the tuning peg holes and the mounting holes on the back, but this is exactly the kind of neck that I prefer. So this maple back, maple fretboard, all of the holes for the string trees, as they go into the tuners, all of the mounting holes and everything on the back, really nicely done. And even I can even see here that the finishing, they've done some work on the edges of these frets. I'm going to still do a little more as we get through this build, but this neck and body, I mean, I really like what I'm seeing so far. And they've got the truss rod, it's nice in there. This is all well put together, so I'm liking the neck. And then here we have all of the electronics. We've got the pick guard. We've got the pick guard here, so it's going to be a white pick guard. And you can see they've already mounted the neck pickup for me, so it's kind of screwed in. All I'm going to have to do is come back and do some soldering to get that on there, but that's ready to go. And in here, you know what? It's just going to be all the parts that we need. So you can see here, this is the bag of all of the tuning pegs that will eventually get into the headstock of the guitar. We also have more of the mounting screws, the different screws that'll hold the pick guard on, and the different things like that. And then the bridge, down in here, the bridge is also preloaded for me. They've got the pickup in the bridge already kind of set with the screws, and then they have the mounting screws, mounting hardware all in there for me. Same kind of thing, all of the pots, the control knobs, volume, tone, pickup selector, all ready to go, just with a few soldered connections to go with that. And they basically, the last pieces of this, they've got the strap buttons for the guitar strap that you can put in the body of the guitar. But overall, what you see here is kind of a good representation of what you can expect with one of these guitar kits. You get all of the parts that you need, but as we said earlier, depending on your comfort level, depending on your access to tools, you can either have or not have companies do a lot of things for you. So hopefully this episode kind of helps give you an overview of where we're going with this. And as we go through this mini-series, each of the parts of this, we're going to get more in depth as I go through kind of the finishing touches and putting this together. So until next time, as always, play on, my friends, play on.